Still in Toast Arena herding sheep.
Oh man.
I'm getting some Jack and Daxter vibes here.
Post game
Because Cowlick's over here.
I don't think you're gonna do it for this playthrough, but the one in Steam Gardens with the alternate world where you do the sheep, like the hidden level where you have to herd the sheep over the platforms, and I hate that one.
It's not that hard. It's
It's
more
just
the sheep is stupid.
It's annoying.
Yeah, it's just time consuming.
Man,
Because you know where the sheep are, you know where the goal is. It's just a matter of
getting them there.
herding the sheep.
man, like one
Need
of
to
my
get them earlier. Get them earlier.
one
You
of
see, you
my
don't like this, but you like herding the goats in Twilight Princess.
Yeah,
One-
you can
one-
because
one of my fondest memories of Jack and Daxter 1 is the goddamn yak cows and getting them into the pen for that lazy farmer. Because
Get 'em earlier.
I would just follow them like half an inch away and repeatedly spin kick them to get them moving. And
As you would with all sheep.
well, they were yak cows, not sheep, but same principle.
Like I said.
But in this game, it's even better. You hit them with your hat, they go fucking flying.
I'm calling
There's
animal control.
There's another one of these in Mushroom Kingdom that's kind of annoying, though, because the sheep are so goddamn spread out.
Yeah, that one's more annoying because you have to like look for them all over.
It takes a lot longer, yeah.
Yeah. Do you get anything if you hit the lizard?
A coin.
A coin?
Another thing, but the only point of the goat herding game in Twilight Princess was just to get you used to the opponent's controls, right?
There
Yeah.
was another
Because-
mini game that you did for a what's it called? A heart piece, I think. If you went back after and herded goats again, if you got
Yeah,
it.
you see, I think if they're gonna be so insistent on like doing this goddamn mini game with this, the final boss of Dark Ganon should have been you hurting him into a damn shed.
It's not that hard. I mean, come on.
No, it's just
It's just
why am I
why
doing this?
are you making us do it twice?
There's well, in adventure games in particular, and you get this kind of stuff from other series, probably in the vein of Shenmue and Yakuza, is that having comedically tedious actions and gameplay makes you feel like you're doing a chore as a joke. You know
That
what I'm
clearly
saying?
wasn't Twilight Princess's intent, though.
Oh no, I would say it was the intent. It just wasn't good at it.
Honestly, I found the sumo wrestling game way more annoying than the goat herding. Or the
Yeah,
thing where you have to
I'll-
carry the barrel all the way across that one part of Hyrule Field without
Well,
getting hit.
technically the barrel is optional, though.
Yeah,
so.
but the barrel, I hated that.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong for hating. I'm just saying at least technically it's optional.
Yeah, that's true. Then again, I like, in these kinds of games, I like to go for everything or almost everything. Lately it's really, really, if something's so annoying that I don't want to go for it, it's really, really, really annoying.
It really depends on which kind of Zelda it is for me. Like for Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, even to an extent Wind Waker, I'll go for it. Twilight Princess is just a lot of busy work.
I would rather ride around Twilight Princess Hyrule Field than do anything in Ocarina of Time Hyrule Field, because that place sucks.
There's a
Yeah.
lot less in Ocarina of Time's Hyrule Field, though, and it's a lot smaller. So, yeah, it's empty, but there's also not as much tedium.
Yeah,
as
yeah.
much-
But
yeah,
that can
but
also
yeah,
kinda
but
lead
I
free
like
to it feeling
having
empty.
things to do. You know,
The age-old...
There's not much to do in Twilight Princess.
sure,
either.
there's
age-old-
rocks to break and statues to move and crap.
The
Louis, you wanna herd
age-old
some goats?
debate between the small, barren, empty wasteland with nothing to do in it and the large, barren, empty wasteland with nothing to do in it that kind of has a slightly more interesting environment to explore, but is way too big for its own good. They both suck, and it really doesn't matter which one's better.
Yeah, well,
How about we
it
just
does,
stop
because
there?
then I'm better than Ryan, because my thing is better than his thing. You don't have. Okay, here's why mine's better. I don't have to play a stupid song to warp to places, and there, I win. I'm the best. Yeah. Wee. Okay, so
Get back to me when it takes less than 3 hours to get to the first dungeon.
okay, so the Deku Tree doesn't count because that place sucks. Okay.
No, it's still a dungeon.
Oh, it's a full dungeon. No, I'm gonna give Ryan that one.
For some reason.
It's a full dungeon. It's not
No,
it's
it's
not
more like
just
Wise is
tutorial
here.
hallways. It's a
Yeah.
it's a full
Okay.
featured
So when
dungeon,
do you get
so.
to the first good dungeon in Ocarina of Time? Like Forest
still
Temple. That's like
it's
6 hours. The first dungeon in Twilight Princess is actually good though, so I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, I'll grant that. There is a definite sense of, oh god, shit just got real when you get to Twilight Princess first dungeon.
Yeah, because that's like you actually have to try, as opposed to.
Yeah, but by the time you get to the first dungeon in Twilight Princess, you're done with 2 in Ocarina of Time.
It also has something to do with Twilight Princess. Twilight Princess had a definite sense of scale and scope when it got down to busyness. You know, when you get into that dungeon, it feels huge and imposing. So,
I like the part where Mario carries the acorn.
This is the most annoying goddamn thing. Okay, these
How
things
long
are
does
on
it take to grow?
I have no idea.
It takes it's on an actual timer. You can sit here and watch grass literally grow if you want. Every so often it will sprout up another set of leaves, and once it gets to the top, it's at the top. But it's really better to just go do other things because
You're waiting for it anyway.
Yeah, so you can't just like leave the area and come back 5 times and it'll be done. You have to really wait.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everything's on an actual timer. It's not.
Yeah.
Hi, Jaxie.
It's just, when you get here the first time, you don't necessarily know that's the case, so you'll keep coming back and checking. Which I suppose isn't that bad, because you can just warp here and then warp back to whatever side of the level you were on, but,
I love warping in video games. It makes stuff so much better. Oh, God, I can't control.
But, the best thing about those plants is that because they sprout power moons, all 3 of them, it's basically a place you can warp to get 15 coins whenever you want.
Well, before you discover the Bowser Kingdom acorn.
Yeah. But like if you happen to die anywhere in the desert area, you can warp back to town, pick up those 3 coins. It's basically a 1-up
mushroom.
Yeah, so you might as well.
God, imagine trying to do the Koopa challenge with Jaxie.
I'm sure someone's done it.
Oh, I was hoping you'd hit the bird. with that.
No, the bird already hit me. So.
No, I was hoping you'd hit the bird with a flying cactus because that would have been funny. Not because not because you needed anything from it. Because it just would have been the best revenge.
Yeah, you have to use a Jaxie to plow into this cactus.
I don't know if you can. Oh God, don't. No, okay, you almost went off the.
That was really close.
Yeah, but I don't think you can use the Jaxie during the free running because they unload a lot of stuff in the world when you enter a mini game. Like in some cases, they bring you back to previous day-night states or something like that. So, I'm not sure if the game would let you ride Jaxie when you're doing a Koopa free running. Although it would be hilarious if it did.
I see you haven't discovered the break button yet.
Yeah.
Even though the game has it.
Now it comes out. Oh, it was it was in the cactus. I must have knocked the cactus off the plane or something.
Oh, you just pulled a Yoshi on that Jaxie though.
He'll come back.
Oh, I forgot the power moons also heal you.
Yes, they do.
So that's another thing that you can get from it.
You see,
come on, Mario, jump!
You can't do this in the original Super Mario Brothers.
Actually, you could.
You could.
You can. Yeah.
Yeah.
The physics are a bit different, but
I always found it really hard to move backwards when you were jumping in Mario 1.
Well, that's because Mario has so much damn momentum.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah. You just gotta. Once you've got a feel for it, it's not that hard. It's like any other platformer, really. Once you've got the feel for it, it's like muscle memory.
I want to play the Mario Odyssey game with Bowser's after freezy treats.
He's after sand. It's rough in this course and it gets everywhere.
I get the feeling a lot of players, a lot of gamers who don't like platformers don't give any one platformer enough time to really settle that feeling in. But yeah, once you've got a real feel for the character, it's something else. It's like they're an extension of your being. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not trying to be mystical here, but
he's my fourth arm.
Yes, I know you can keep talking to the Sphinx now. I'll go back to him. That's why I have editing.
Yeah, but you could do it now.
Well, I don't see you claiming this game.
I would use the "it's his fresh gameplay" excuse, but I talked to the Sphinx right away anyway, so.
He's still out of dialogue global, so I just like reading I play Mario for the story, so I'm a weirdo.
You are very weird, yes.
This is one of the better Mario games for that, as far as the platformers go, anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly,
Mind you,
this
there's
is,
not exactly much competition, but
this is, I think we touched on this before, but this is about as much story as I want from a Mario game. Like, when we say that Mario...
I would like maybe a smidge more if you want to do something with like the Brutals or something, but that's
Well,
about it.
it could have gone for a bit more cohesion in its storytelling, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, but when we say that we want Mario games to have a story other than Bowser kidnaps Peach, we don't mean it needs to be Game of Thrones or whatever. We just mean we want something there that's at least a little bit substantial. We know we're not playing this for the story.
I hope it doesn't need to be Game of Thrones. That'd be the weirdest fucking Mario game.
Man, when
We'd be getting titty action everywhere from the wrong kind of things.
yeah, when Mario and Luigi had incestual sex, it was a little bit weird.
But then the Scapellis were trying to trying to kill all the Marios.
Oh
And then
man, House
and then
Toadstool is clearly the best one, obviously.
They didn't have enough money for Peter Dinklage, so Mario intentionally took damage so he could become small.
How about those episodes where everything just cuts to Daenerys, no, not Daenerys, Daisy, on another continent, and she's like raising baby dragons with a barbarian
No,
tribe or
baby
something?
Yoshis.
Baby Yoshi.
Baby Yoshis, yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh man,
I like this.
Don't.
man, it's really.
And away I go.
I hated how they killed Taranza off so no, the Taranza's Kirby. What's the Tatanga? That's it. They killed Tatanga off so early. I thought he was going to be a major character.
Okay, let's not spoil too much Game of Thrones here. There might be people who haven't watched it yet, like me.
That's not a spoiler. Your favorite character dies as a running joke. Game of Thrones.
Don't.
Ugh. Been through that too many times.
Yeah.
I like the way it controls though. The Jaxie, like it's hard to control, but it's
once you
fun.
get the hang for the break maneuver, it's fun.
Well, the thing about riding stuff like this is that it's more fun when you're not completely in control, if that makes sense. And I know that sounds counterintuitive when you're talking about a platformer, but when you're riding something, getting that sense that you're just barely holding on is exhilarating.
Listen, if as long as you're not dying as soon as you hit a fucking wall, I'm fine.
I think one of the things, and Breath of the Wild did this too, is making the animal that you're riding feel like an animal that you're riding rather than just something that you're controlling.
I'd say that all the Zelda games are pretty good about that. Even the horse riding in Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess was pretty good.
For the most part, Breath of the Wild does it better in the sense that it gives the horse itself its own element of self-control. It knows to avoid the trees, for example.
Oh yeah,
it will steer itself away from the trees.
Yeah, I mean it like rebelling against you is really not that much of a deal in Zelda though, because all you have to do is pat its neck and say like, "Good boy."
I'm just saying. I'm not saying necessarily stuff that takes control away from you. That's a different kind of element. But like comparing the horses in Breath of the Wild to Skyrim, where it really feels more like a vehicle you're driving than an animal. You know, it's just like you have the same level of control, and and there's also the horse never ever does anything on its own unless something attacks it. It just winds up feeling like you're controlling your character, except now you're moving faster but have more rigid controls. You know.
Ryan,
I love the answer like a billion.
Like a billion.
Yeah. What a diva.
I think part of it in Zelda's case though is because you're not actually using the forward button to move forward. You're using a button to spur the horse to move forward on its own.
So
this one, you have to remember if there's one missing, that means that will automatically tell you it's an odd number, and there's only one odd number.
So when I first talked to this guy, I did guess, and I thought that the game knew that I wouldn't have been able to know at that point. So I thought it was calling me out.
No, you can't actually know.
Yeah, but you can't actually know, and he'll say the same thing. So
Yeah.
Yay! Good job.
And Last Moon, I think.
You think? There we go.
No, I'm
It's
missing.
like,
I'm missing
if
the one
you,
in the
If you
invert.
just waited like a minute more, there would have been grown at that point.
No, I'm actually missing a few more. I think. Yeah, there's one there, and there's one in the hole, and then the other hole, and then in the inverted pyramid.
So did you use the amiibo for the thing, or did you pay the hint toad for that?
Little bit of both.
Okay, because I didn't really
Well,
use.
Ryan does. You don't collect amiibo, don't you?
I have some amiibo.
Oh, okay. So you have slowly been converting.
I have no interest in getting like all of them. It's usually just a few characters I actually like.
Yeah,
I
same
go
with me.
for sets that I care about is the thing. Like, for example, I don't really care about Fire Emblem enough to the point where I'll get every Fire Emblem amiibo. I'll just get Chrom because Chrom is a beautiful man. But for something like, say, Splatoon, I would like to, which I care about, I would like to have all the Splatoon amiibo. Although I'm annoyed at Nintendo though because they reprinted the Splatoon 1 amiibo like crazy and they haven't reprinted the Splatoon 2 amiibo once. So I'm bitter about that. So
They're
Well,
just
they might
mad
do
about that
with
in
the Octo
general.
expansion.
yeah, they'll reprint some amiibo, but not others. Is the weird thing.
They'll reprint the Splatoon 2 set as soon as they get the Octo expansion amiibo set ready.
Good. That's a good point. But
We get Biggie Smalls and Tupac, Marine, and
Yeah.
but
which I would get.
yeah, but it's weird seeing stuff like Lucina amiibo in a like I saw that in Best Buy yesterday, and it's just like, okay, if this were 2016, people would be punching each other for that stupid thing right about now.
I told y'all that they would have more out.
Yeah, but it depends on the character, because like characters like Marth, who were at one point really, really rare, got reprinted, and then there was a surplus. But characters like Rosalina and Luma Smash Brothers amiibo were rare, and they never reprinted them.
Captain Falcon is pretty damn rare.
We Fit
Yeah,
Trainer, I also think is pretty
Wii
rare.
Fit Trainer is also another really rare one because like they didn't think that anybody would buy it because it's the goddamn Wii Fit Trainer, and then they just never reprinted it. So yeah, what they choose to reprint and not is sometimes a little strange. Is the thing.
I get that.
Like I don't think that they've ever reprinted the Wedding Bowser, Mario and Peach amiibo at any point. Although if I'm wrong, I guess I'm wrong.
This one is a bit, I don't want to say counterintuitive,
Well,
but yeah, you have to jump down this hole.
yeah, like I mean,
You're supposed to be curious as to why is there like the only hole here.
yeah,
I guess, but it's one of those that 99 out of 100 times usually leads to death.
It's this game's Enter the Volcano.
Yeah,
So why would I
Wait,
do
it
that?
takes
Lava
you
comes
to
out of
another
it.
sheep thing?
it takes you to a different area. Yeah.
Oh,
That has sheep.
I
Sheep
thought
are
it.
everywhere.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had the loop button on. It jumped back to the beginning of the video. That looked very strange to me.